Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. One big essential item when we are going on backpacking trips. Me, you, practically everybody. And that is a water bottle of electrolytes. And there is one brand that you can say really stands out, and that is LMNT. But here in Europe, we can forget about it. It's not available here. And I can import it, but for a few packages of electrolytes, that's going to cost me a little bit too much with all the additional costs. So I did some research on the internet, and luckily there was also a YouTuber from the channel Your Trail Buddy who also made a video about this, and it made me think that I could do this as well, because here in front of me I have all the ingredients to create your own LMNT style electrolyte mix for out on the trail. So I think that is really cool, because electrolytes aren't that easy to find here in the Netherlands. Maybe in Europe in general. We have some brands here, but I must say I'm not a big fan of them. They have lots of sugars in there, and well, that's actually something that you would want to avoid. LMNT, for example, doesn't have it in there either. And it turns out that LMNT does not make a big surprise or a big question mark about their recipe. You can easily find it on their own website. So I started creating a little bit with ingredients, used the video from the recent YouTube channel that I mentioned, and I came up with a homemade LMNT style electrolyte mix. So let's go through all the details, ingredients, what you need, and how you are going to make the electrolyte taste that you prefer. And when you're checking out a package of LMNT, there are actually three main ingredients in there, or components I should say. It is salt or sodium, it is potassium, and it is magnesium. So those three ingredients I've been searching for on the internet, and I have been able to find them on the website iHerb. So for you Europeans, check that out as well. I will link it down in the info box below. Not being sponsored, but it's just a website where you can easily find those ingredients. If you prefer, you can add a little dash of sweetener in there, but take something like a good sweetener. This is erythritol. Beware, dangerous for dogs, so be careful if you're using that. Xylitol as well, so make sure that your dog's not getting into it. And if you would like to add some sweetness to it, add this. Just a little dash, you do not need much, so this is just optional. So I'm going to set it aside for now. It's just what you prefer. And then you need any kinds of flavors. You can see some examples here, but first let's go to the LMNT mixture itself, or to the LMNT mixture, the electrolyte mixture, that how you are going to add all those ingredients to be able to create your own mix. And I have already made a premix here, and these are 60 portions of electrolytes, so I will be good to go for this season. And how are you going to create it? Well, first let's start with the salt or the sodium. You will need half a teaspoon of this. What's really handy, use those little things. They cost a few dollars, or for you euros on Amazon. I paid €3 for this set. You can easily measure it out. You need 1/4 of a teaspoon of potassium, and you need 1/4 of a teaspoon of magnesium. So you can mix that in together in the amount that you like. Obviously this is more than half a teaspoon and 2/4 teaspoons, so you can mix it in. If you take 10 of those, also take 10 of those and mix up your entire jar, or whatever you would like to put it in. Of course you can pre-mix it in advance of every trip, just per portion, but I think this is just way easier, and you can easily scoop it out. 1 teaspoon to 1 liter of water is the general amount that you're going to need. If you are carrying half a liter bottle, so 500 milliliter bottles, use half a teaspoon. And of course also you can adjust it to your needs, to your liking, and to whatever you think is best for you. Do some research to see what the amount is that you need in your amount of water. So yeah, that is very simple. This is actually it. This is exactly the same as the LMNT mixture. But then you would like to say, yeah, well, LMNT has all those funky kind of flavors. Yes, they do. And you can easily add them to your electrolyte mixture as well. Of course, you can decide to put one kind of flavor in here. If you would like to say always drink citrus flavor, you just put the amount of flavoring that you would like in here. But I would like to have some different flavors when I'm out on the trail. So I have some options here that you can add to the portions of your electrolyte mixture, to your liking, the amounts of course, in how you can add taste to your electrolyte mixture. So I ordered a bunch of those, and this is just a sugar-free lemonade mix. I have them in all different kinds of flavors. They come in little packages. As you can see, they weigh literally nothing, and they are enough for 1.5 liters of lemonade. So I think if you put this in 1 liter water bottle with the amount of electrolytes, I think that will be fine, especially when you are getting used to it, because it is really salty. I had to get used to the flavor of electrolytes as well. I absolutely hated that salty flavor in the beginning. So I think this is a good amount. This is 9 grams, so 0.31 ounces, in case you would like to add the same amount. For example, I have dragon fruit, passion fruit, multivitamin, mango, iced tea green mango lychee, iced tea green citrus, yuzu, peach, iced tea peach, iced tea passion fruit, pineapple, lemon, blackcurrant, apple and exotic. So you can see that I have pretty some nice flavors that I can add to my electrolyte mixture, but it is still artificial, of course. No sugars are added to it, but yeah, it is always processed. So there is also an alternative if you would like to keep it a little bit more natural. And then I am talking about freeze-dried fruit powder. Here I have, for example, pineapple powder, I have dragon fruit powder, and I have mango powder. So this is just 100% fruit. That's just freeze-dried and mixed into a powder. So yeah, this is absolutely 100% natural and gives an awesome flavor to your electrolyte mix as well. So easily can take a scoop out of this to, once again, the liking, how you would like it, a little bit more fruity, a little bit less fruity. If you would like to have it more salty, then you can go less on adding flavors. And very easily you can scoop it into those little bags together with 1 teaspoon or half a teaspoon of the electrolyte mix, and then you easily have your own mix, right? Flavor on it, and then you have a different flavor for every day. So that is an option as well. Like I mentioned, you can add 1 flavor to your big jar if that's what you prefer, to have every day same flavor. And otherwise, I think this is actually a really nice way to get some extra flavors in there and have some variation out on the trail, especially when you're out there for a longer period of time. So that's easy, isn't it? And not only easy, but also super cost effective. If I'm calculating the amount of money that it will cost me if I would import LMNT from the States, hey, shoo. If I make a calculation on that and I see what this has cost me, well, then it's very clear. I mean, then it is super cheap compared to the original ones. And if you're in the States and you would like to buy the original ones, sure, go ahead, convenience, right? But this is so simple, this is so easy. Maybe you have to do a little bit of homework where you can get those ingredients, so the potassium, the sodium and the magnesium. Once again, I will link it down to the info box, in the info box below, where I got it, so make sure to check that website out. And I know those things are very easily available, even in bulk, on the other side of the ocean, but here it just isn't. So I think this is a great option. Lemonade flavors, fruit dried flavors, you can powders you can get on Amazon easily, maybe in your local organic store as well. Just check that out to see what you can get over there. And then you're good to go for the trail season, saving a lot of money and having exactly the flavor that you like. So once again, make sure that you know the exact amount of electrolytes that you need, that you prefer. And then I would like to say, well, enjoy mixing your own LMNT style electrolyte mixes. If you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We'll catch you on the next trail. Goodbye.